All right, Shane, the game I know you've been waiting for here. Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Them Vols favored by 32.5 points. And this is the strangest kickoff time I've ever seen, Shane. 3:45 Eastern, 2:45 Central on the SEC network. Last season, Tennessee won 42-17. And the over-under, I don't know if I said this, 62.5 points. Who do you like in the matchup?
345. That's a good score prediction right there, if you ask me, Mike. I got to give him Commodores a hard time because, buddy, I tell you what, you don't think there's a lot of Vanderbilt fans out there until they win, and especially when they beat a rivalry like Tennessee. I've been in many a beehives where I've sent out a tweet thinking nobody in Nashville would notice. The next thing you know, I'm having to mute the conversation. So be careful, buddy. There's plenty of fans out there. You know, Vanderbilt last week played a fantastic game. Everybody's talking about how Ole Miss underperformed. I think it was the opposite. I think it was Vanderbilt played above their bill here. I think the benefit to them coming in here to Tennessee and playing the Volunteers is the fact that they did play Ole Miss last week and they were able to keep a Heisman contending quarterback in check. That should be alarms, man, that Vanderbilt has the potential to upset the Tennessee Volunteers. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, Mike, Tennessee, yeah, you know, when I start talking about Vanderbilt, Shane's about to swing the other way because the Tennessee Volunteers have not been they've been playing fantastic football right now. Both sides, all three aspects. Special team, hell, we're returning kicks. Kicks are going in the end zone. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on that side of the ball. Our offense is humming. The defense is humming. Tennessee Volunteers look good. Heupel's coming out here. The players are pumped up. The fans are pumped up. You know, years past, this was a tricky game. This is one of those that you barely make a bowl. You're underperforming. Then you can never mark off Vanderbilt because they could always upset you. And I still think that. I've always said that about SEC. If you come into any game unprepared, you can lose. I just don't think Tennessee is going to come in unprepared because they have shown me they have been over-prepared for the last few games that they've come in contact with. So I like Tennessee to smoke the Vanderbilt Commodores, man. I think this is a blowout early and often. Give me Tennessee 49, Vanderbilt 14.
Ooh. Yeah, this game could be trouble, Shane, for them Commodores. And, the main thing, I like what I'm seeing from Mike Wright, the quarterback, more of the running option there for Vanderbilt. But that's kind of what you got to do when your offensive line is subpar, to say the least. He's been, helping manufacture points. But when we say manufacture points, I mean, we're talking, 13, 14, 15. Mm-hmm. They're going to need to get into the 30s, high 30s to win this football game. And I just don't know if they have the weapons to do it. And just as, as soon as we're talking up, how the defense played, well, yeah, they got some conditioning in last week playing Ole Miss Rebels, but Ole Miss racked up 24 on them pretty quick in the first half. I think Tennessee can do something similar. Now, they did manage to corral them in the second half, but a lot of that had to do with Ole Miss turnovers. So Tennessee, as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot here, I think they should have a field day here with Hendon Hooker hooking up with these receivers. Jabari Small is really coming on at the running back spot. And the key to it all, Shane, I mean, we all give all this praise to Josh Heupel and his offense, but you hit on it there. Not only the special teams, but the defense has been playing out of their mind, leading the SEC with tackles for loss. They are just swarming to the ball. I mean, that was the stunning thing last week. I know it was South Alabama, but we expected 40 points to be put up. They were. Now, on the other side, it was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And I think we're going to get some of that this week. So I got Vanderbilt scoring even less than you, Shane. I'm going Tennessee 42, Vanderbilt 13, Vols win, and the Vols, let's see, get that cover. Yes, sir. Had to do my little math in my head real quick here.
I love it when you got to get a calculator out. You know you're doing all right, Mike. You know.